welcome back to FlossTube number 2 for a Creative Opal. My name is Alyssa. Come here. And this is my crazy dog Opal. She wants some attention right now. Yeah, but welcome. Mama loves you. So you might have noticed the new background behind me. Since last month's video, I've been busy working on building this thing. I built most of it. My dad also helped. But it's the Dreambox. Not sponsored. We spent all our own money on it. Well, my parents did. But yeah, spent most of my free time doing that over the past month when I wasn't working. So, don't have much to show you today, but have found other projects that, she's under my chair right now. Do have other projects and haul to show you, and some life updates. Well, I guess I'll just get right to it. So this is my Halloween bag that I made, and it's holding my my spooky greeting. Yes, I've gotten further. There's the witch's face, the pumpkin, and the cat. I started doing some backstitching because I wanted to see what the pumpkin would look like. And since it was already stitched, I did the backstitching within the pumpkin. So that's done. Well, that backstitching in the pumpkin's done. But since it's not Halloween anymore, I decided to put this down. So the last day I worked on this was October 31st. And Opal, get out of there. Come on, out. Get out. Out. My dog went behind my filming setup and knocked over my light. Anyways, so back to where I was. So this spooky little greeting pattern. Yeah, been working on this, but it's gonna be put away for now. It'll turn out like that. Yeah. Also, I don't have all the colors, and I'm using all the called for floss. It is on 14 count Aida, white 14 count Aida, but I don't have floss 919, which is like a deep copper, and I don't have the glow in the dark floss, which I did not think about. So I can't get too much further until that's back in stock as well, but it's not in stock, so unfortunately I'm gonna have to wait a while for that, because I think they shut down production of the specialty floss, because I think they're using Witchell. No, Crayonic, probably not pronouncing that right. No, they're using Crayonic floss for the glow in the dark, but do not have any of that, and it is not currently being made from last time I looked it up, which was middle of October. But yeah, so that's gonna be put away for now. Then, also, really need to make a project bag for this one because I just have it in a loose bag, but I didn't stitch too much on it. But yeah, that's all the progress I made. I didn't do any stitching, I think, on this one since last time. So this is another WIP that's Halloween, so this one will be put away until Halloween time-ish next year. Okay, let's see. Then I recently washed this, and I still need to iron it, but trying to figure out how I want to frame this or finish it. I thought about framing it without glass, but then my mom was like, well, you could just find a frame, but it's kind of odd dimensions. It's like 7.5 by 10.5, so don't think many frames are made to that size. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. So if you have any ideas, feel free to list them in the comments. But yeah, I was thinking of framing this, not sure what to do. Been looking up a lot of ideas, but this one, I don't know yet. And then the other one that I washed recently was my bird one. There are two special gifts we should give our children. One is roots and the other is wings. So this one I washed. I still haven't ironed it, as you can probably tell, but I let it air dry. It's been several days. So I was thinking of framing it in this hoop. This is not white Aida, it's like a cream. I forget what it is because I stitched it. I think it was a kit. Yeah, because it came with the floss. Did it come with the fabric too? I think so, because I don't think I would have cut this big of borders. But yeah, so this one I was thinking of framing in the hoop, maybe putting some like rickrack or lace around the edge, and maybe putting felt on the back, maybe spray painting the hoop. Still haven't fully decided, hence why I haven't finished it. But it's washed. I just need to iron it and then figure out what I want to do with it. Let's see. Ooh, my door's spinning. Let's see. So I found this punch needle project kit. It's like punch needle for dummies that I got like a long time ago, but I finished it over the summer. Finally finished it, and here it is. Well, I finished punch needling it, but I haven't figured out how I want to frame it. I think they just framed it in their hoop. That's what they had on theirs. Not sure. Oh, and then for the bird one, since it's a off cream, I'm just gonna use this cream like felt that focuses. Yeah, kind of creamy felt. Let's see. I also have these Christmas ornaments from last time that I probably gonna finish because I really want to put them up this year, at least the ones that I have finished. here it is. So I had cut out a bunch of these little stockings because they give a little template in the packet, which I believe is back there. But they give a little template. I cut it out on cardboard, and then I painted it all white. So I have several of these that are already done. So I just gotta stick them on the back and figure out how to wrap the fabric kind of around it. But these are not washed yet, but that will hopefully be something I do. That'll hopefully be something I do for next video. I'll have those completed. That's my hope anyway. So another project that I showed last time is this one, the one that I'm really proud of. And let me go see what she's barking about. I'll be right back. I saw nothing out there, so don't know what she's barking about. But I showed this one last week. I've not made any progress on it. But two weeks from tomorrow, the 22nd of November, on November 8th, our 14-year-old dog passed away. So we've also been grieving that quite a bit as a family. It's really sad because we were hoping that she would at least make it to Thanksgiving for my brother to see her because he's off at college right now. But she went on her own terms. So at least she died peacefully in her sleep. And she went on her own terms. I spent that day with her, November 8th. Right before she passed, we didn't know she was going to pass that day. I had just taken her for a little walk because she hadn't been walking too much. Like, the most we'd take her is around our cul-de-sac, and then we'd carry her back home. But I took her out with her buddy, Opal, my dog. So I walked both of them there for her last walk together. So that was really sweet, and of course she sniffed Opal's butt, so she still was feeling it. Sorry. It's so hard losing a family member, a pet, who's been part of your family forever and you grew up with. But, yeah, I don't think I'm quite ready to work on this one again. But hopefully soon. But, yeah, I took her out and she walked, and I figured she didn't poop, but she did pee, and she hadn't pooped for a while, so we were worried about that. Then she was hungry, so I fed her. She wasn't eating her normal dog food, so the last 2-3 days we'd been feeding her cut up hot dogs. But so I'd cut up some hot dogs, and she was like a baby. We had to hand feed her because she was pretty blind, so she was eating out of my hand still, so she was still eating. But then, yeah, and then she was like nibbling them out of my hands, but then she kept trying to squirm out, which is typical Fluffy. And so then I figured it was like the salt in the hot dog, so she needed some water. And she'd been knocking over her water dish, so we'd been having to give her water and hold her up to drink water too, because she couldn't really stand too well, and she couldn't see it, and so she didn't really have water in her little room that we had for her. And we had like patted it all. She'd almost choked herself once with some drawstring bags, and that scared us, like a week prior to when she passed. Yeah, but we quickly came in and cut those, the straps. Yeah, 'cause she was just spinning in circles and just kept twisting it tighter and tighter around her. But then she, but yeah, so I fed her hot dogs and then I gave her some water. And the water, she drank so much water. So I was like, oh, she's really thirsty. Then I tried to feed her the rest of her hot dogs. She only had a couple left. She refused them. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just let you lay in your room. And that's the last time I saw her alive. Because then my dad came home from running an errand for me. And he had checked on her. She was still alive. She was sleeping. And then we sat down to dinner, watched some TV while we were eating. And then after the episode, my dad went to go check on her. And he yelled that she died. And sure enough, she had. She wasn't breathing, and so it's been really tough because she was quite loved and big part of our family for 13 years because we got her when she was a year old. Oh, sorry. Oh. Didn't think I would cry because it's almost been 2 weeks, but still, grief is not linear. Grief can still hit you, but this is what it will turn out to be when I finish it. Yeah, so that's my story with Fluffy and how she will forever live on in our hearts. Yeah. I also plan to keep stitching my little ornaments, the stocking ornaments. So here, I forgot my little makeup project bag for that. Let's see, what else? I also plan on stitching this either starting on Thanksgiving or like the day after, just so I can get in the spirit. And I'm gonna stitch it vertically instead of horizontally. I think it'll to me, I think it'll look better, or at least I have more spaces that are narrow vertically versus horizontally. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands, but it's a kit, so it's all slotted up, and this is from Stony Creek collection. Bought it several years ago, so I don't know if they still have it. It says limited edition collection, so I don't know, but this is something that I will be working on. Looking forward to that, but I'm not sure Yeah, so we'll see. So it's all kitted up already. So can't wait to get started on that. Let's see. Oh, I have this fat quarter bundle from a while ago, and I'm trying to make another project bag like my Halloween one, and it's just been slow going just because we've had a lot going on. We had a dog that passed away, and then we've been building these units to tidy up our craft room because it's been crazy. Still a giant mess right now, so as I'm slowly putting things away. Oh, also, do you like my necklace and my earrings? I made them. Got some beads. I made them last winter, last November, December, because I wore them to, I made them specifically to match one of my old prom dresses that I wore to a military ball. And so I made this in these. But yeah, I like wearing them a lot. Let's see. I also have this bag that I made a while ago. Finished it in like the summertime, but why not show it? It's and I lined it. I sewed some lining in it and added a little pocket. But yeah, crocheted some granny squares with my mom's scrap yarn to try to use that up. It's a really nice bag. Went to the Northwest Quilt and Craft Show because I don't think I've mentioned it, but I live in Puyallup, Washington, which is about, always say like an hour south of Seattle, because then people can reference it easier. But yeah, so this is so that's that crochet bag that I made. And then I needed a smaller bag for work. I needed a bag that was 5x7. This is a tiny bit bigger than that, but then I crocheted this. It's still got a lot of ends I gotta weave in and all that, but I think it's functional. I use it at work. I just carry it like this right now. But right now I got, excuse me. Right now I got a bunch of craft projects in here. So this is what I do on my lunch break after I'm done eating. So right now, since it is almost Christmas season, I am trying to crochet a bag. Like Christmassy. Isn't that cute? So I got several squares that are close to being done. And then here's my green yarn. Oh, another square. And got all my supplies in here. Also crocheted this little snips holder that I really like. Yeah, sometimes the ends stick through a tiny bit, but I feel like it's a lot better because it was already poking through the plastic. But so I did that. So I'm working, I got quite a few that I'm just need to stitch the green and weave in the ends and all that fun stuff. So hopefully that'll be done. So I can bring it to work on Black Friday, because I don't work Thanksgiving, thankfully, because I work as a tailor at Nordstrom, and so we aren't open on Thanksgiving. So thankful for that, and here's my red and white, so that's my progress there. Another project I've been bringing to work, in case I want to switch it up. So I'm trying to go through all my floss. And I found this really cool project online a while ago, and I tried to find it again, and I did. It's this floss swatch project. And so, I just thought it'd be a really cool way to kind of showcase all my floss and to like kind of organize it and figure out what I have. So right now, pretty much all my floss is bominated, but it's between cardboard and plastic, so it's like it's all mixed up and everything. So what I'm going to do is I took all my floss out, and new floss, I'm like putting in to eighths, and I'm like cutting it, and then I'm taking 2 strands at a time and wrapping them, and wrapping 2 at each time, so then it's a full skein on the little bobbin, with stickers, with the DMC stickers, because that's my main use, or main floss. Started dabbling a little bit in Anchor, still trying to figure out. Oh, sorry, my dog wakes me up so early. And so right now that's what I'm doing to try to organize my floss. Don't have many full skeins, and some of these I don't know if I've used them or not. So right now, these are just going to be their own separate container. I have a whole bunch of these. These are just a couple. But for the floss swatch project, what you do, or what I'm doing, is literally getting some plastic canvas, perforated plastic, cutting a little, it focuses, it's light, so there. So cutting a little plastic, and then stitching. I'm gonna be stitching a 7x9 little rectangle, and this is floss color 818. And just doing that for like all my colors. So here I've started 915. Excuse my nails. They're chipping like crazy. Here's 703. Ooh. But so I just started that, so it's just something I can mindlessly do, because I don't really need a pattern for that, because they're already cut out and I already stitched the number on them. And I'm stitching the number in 310, which is black DMC. So that's just kind of a mindless project that I can do if I want. Same with the crochet, because that's kind of second nature to me by now. Let's see. So that's the floss project I got going on, to kind of organize myself. Another project that I want to start working on that I thought of like a couple days before my dog passed away, and then just haven't gotten around to talking more about it with the people, is doing kind of like a birth sampler, birth announcement, on cross stitch for two of my cousins, because they just had children. One of them actually turns 1 tomorrow, the 22nd, and the other one turns 1 September 22nd of next year. So they seemed really interested in that when I asked my uncle. So, which is their dad. So I'm gonna do that. I was hoping to get it done before her first birthday, but I've been grieving and building and organizing and everything. So that's on the back burner right now. Maybe I'll start stitching it for Christmas. We'll see. And then I've also cut some 2.5 by 2.5 denim patches because I want to make a project bag out of denim, see how that turns out. But this is kind of a long time thing. I don't need it because it'll be more for summer or like random projects, so I don't need to carry like themed projects in them. So that's that I'm working on. And then I got some haul, guys. So I mentioned I went to the Northwest Quilt and Craft Show fair thing at our fairgrounds, and I got some stuff. So I got this cute 2.5 by 2.5 Omnigrid ruler, because right now I've just been using a big 6 by 24 I think ruler. So this I feel like will be really helpful. Yeah, still has the sticker on it. And the people who sold me that only charged me $2 for it, because she said they charged by the inch. And so there were several other booths there that I saw were like $12 or $5 for a 2.5 by 2.5 ruler. So I thought I got a good deal, and I was like, what? And that was the first day I was there, because I could only go for half an hour every day because I had to work and then driving time. I also got some more scissors, and they're the collapsible ones, so they don't stab or hurt or anything. And I got another needle minder, so excited for those. Then I got some projects. So I got some kits. So I found this project at one of the booths, and it's from handstitchedstudio.com. So their Instagram is _handstitched_studio. So go there if you want to see it. And it's the only trip you'll regret is the one you didn't take. And then you kind of fill in each of the states as you visit them. But I was thinking of doing this for my dog Opal, because she travels a lot with me. So like definitely Washington, Ohio, she's been to California, Oregon, Florida. We did a road trip, so she's been to several of those states. She's been to New York. I think she's been to Texas. Maybe not. No, I think she has. So that'll be something I work on. I gotta figure out where all she's been to. And then I found this Counted Quilts, because I really want to get into quilting. Found this Counted Quilts Nutcracker. She had a little wall hanging size in her booth, and it's by Lisa Molenberg. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. But it's Counted Quilts. So you can go to www.countedquilts.com. So she had a photo of a wall hanging of this, and I thought it was so cute, and I really want to get into quilting, and she said it was easy. So, and this pattern came in a wall hanging, a crib, and a lap size. So I'm gonna try to make the wall hanging ideally by Christmas, but I also have a lot of projects going on, so we'll see if that happens. And so I'm really into cross stitch, but I want to get more into embroidery as well. So I talked to these two really cool ladies in their booths at the craft show, and one of them is Roseanne Diggs Embroidery, and it's this little orca whale, Orcas in the Sound embroidery kit. So it includes a wooden hoop, linen fabric, 6 skeins of DMC floss, 1 needle, 1 water-soluble pen, a pattern, instruction guide, felt for backing, this little project bag. You just need to add scissors. So it's so cute. I already looked through it all. I love it. can't wait to get started on it. My mom said she loves the little orcas because she's kind of obsessed. Because we went to go see them. We went whale watching this summer as a family. And so I'm gonna make this for her. She already knows about it. So yeah, that. And then I also talked to M Creative J. And it's Melissa, and she is so kind. Here's a picture of her. She was really interested in getting to kind of know me and stuff. But I bought this succulent ornament embroidery kit. Really looking forward to making it because I really like succulents. And it looks so cute. And this is a beginner-friendly embroidery kit. Includes gray speckled cotton fabric, a 5-inch wooden embroidery hoop, full skeins of DMC embroidery floss, embroidery needle, felt, transfer pattern, sawtooth hanger hook, and directions on how to transfer, stitch the pattern, and recommended stitches. So, really looking forward to also stitching this. This hopefully for Christmas too, because it's kind of Christmassy theme, and it's got Lightflex floss in it, and so haven't really worked with that, and I've bought some, but never really have tried it out stitching before, so she has some good instructions, it looks like, in here. So I'm really excited about all my new projects, even though I got quite a few, and they're all starting to fall off the table. But yeah, I think that's it for this week, this month. I don't know. I haven't really figured out a schedule because I'm still trying to figure out life. But you will for sure get a floss tube video from me every month. That's my hope. Whether or not I do more will be determined on my schedule. And yeah, so I'm excited to get working on these. Oops. All these. Can't hold them all up. Ooh. Yay. But yeah. And I'm filming this right before work. So, gotta head out here really soon. And my watch died. So, that's fun. And then my brother's coming home today. So, that's why I can't film this evening, which is my preferred time. So, I'm a little rushed. But, yeah, I got through everything and got so much yarn I want to start using and swatching up, and been watching a lot of crochet and knitting videos because I really want to start making myself sweaters and cardigans, especially to work because that'll be cute, I believe, and something I can wear. But I love embroidery. It's a small project. You can carry it wherever. But yeah, I think that's it. That's it for this week, month, I don't know. Still figuring that out, but thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful week. Goodbye.